Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite, home to the #1 Theta community. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can find me on Theta TV as well. Alright guys, in today's video, I have another update for you, and this is coming straight from Coinbase. There's a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, a little bit of mixed emotions here, and we will dig into what that is right now. And it all stemmed from a very recent Twitter post from Coinbase. They did add a new coin. Unfortunately, no, it was not Theta, it was the Near protocol, and they updated one of their blog posts. So we'll check that out and then see what they said. And over here, if we go to that blog post, it says increasing transparency for new asset listings on Coinbase. And it was updated a couple times. It looked like it's been updated on July 1st and then again a couple hours ago. So it's just an ongoing updated blog post when I think they could just post a new one. But regardless of that, let's dig into it. They did say that the following assets were planned to be listed on Coinbase. The first one is the Near protocol, and I am a fan of the Near protocol as well. It's another solid choice. Unfortunately, I wish that #1 would be Theta instead. But they also go on to list ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum network. There is the Seller network, and then also a couple other tokens as well. And this is not an exhaustive list of all assets which we have decided to list. Any asset not referenced in the above list does not preclude any such asset from potential listings. So potentially Theta still could be in the running there, and we'll kind of go later in the video. We'll talk about why that is. And then they go on to talk about why have you decided to list these assets, and here's a couple breakdown reasons. We've concluded that the asset does not meet our minimum listing standard across legal, compliance, and technical security. We do not have enough information about the asset. And then 3, technical integration work is required, and that is if we haven't listed a popular asset yet. Why is that? And those are the 3 reasons. So how do you choose which type of assets are supported? And as of July 2020, they support Coinbase, that is, supports 3 types of assets. And the first one is the native assets on their own network. With Theta network it used to be an ERC20 token, but now the Theta blockchain is 100% native to itself. 2, which is ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum network. So like how Theta was originally, it is also supported for Coinbase. And then also step 3, which is SPL tokens on the Solana network. And they give a couple recent examples of that. So those are the 3 main types that they look for trading on Coinbase. And if it's not one of those 3, probably not going to get listed. And then they go on to list resources on listing criteria, and we'll go through these real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's a lot of data. The first one is proof of alignment, and what we've already done to align ourselves with our customers and what we're doing next. So in summary, they are just aligning themselves with the customer to make sure that the customer is secure and safe and aligned with all the fair practices underneath the SEC. So they're doing everything that they can in order to not list securities, is more or less what they're saying here. So you don't have to read that. That was the first one. And the second one is a guide to listing assets on Coinbase. And we've talked about this one in a couple previous videos, but this article does a very good job of kind of just breaking down the different criteria that a coin or blockchain needs to have or does not need to have, depending on how you want to look at it. And basically, they don't want anything that is a security, anything that is very, very centralized. And like I said, you can check out some of my previous videos. I go through this a couple of times in a couple different videos, but it does a pretty good job. I just follow it bullet by bullet. So that's the second thing. A third thing, resource, is a look into Coinbase's commitment to compliant asset listings, and that one is over here, and that's the asset legal review. Once again, making sure they're in compliance with the SEC is the main thing that they're looking for. So they're making sure that they have all their due diligence done, the Howey analysis or the Howey test to make sure that the Howey test, if you're unfamiliar, is a test to see whether an item is a security or not a security. And the SEC has that test. If it is a security, then technically they should fall underneath the SEC. And then they also do additional security analysis as well. And then the next point is how Coinbase thinks about the legal review of new assets. And that one is over here, asset security review. And once again, they give some example risk, which is weak consensus mechanisms, which I don't think Theta has. It's proof of stake, and it's actually very, very strong and secure. Super user privileges that may impact user balances. And, if a blockchain is too centralized and one party does have too much power over the blockchain, I don't think Theta is there right now, and they're continuing to further decentralize it. That is another risk. And then other vulnerabilities is something else that they're looking for. The last thing is securing an ERC20 token for launch on Coinbase. And they give a too long, didn't read. The ERC20 standard has become a popular way to create digital assets and assign protocol voting rights on the Ethereum blockchain. When evaluating an ERC20 token for listing, Coinbase performs a security assessment looking at the following. So Theta is not an ERC20 token, so I won't go over that. So in summary, that is what Coinbase just put out. And I think there's some pros and cons, especially when it has to do with Theta itself, because in the past, as we know, Theta, they are working on the Rosetta implementation. And one of the main reasons for Rosetta implementation is for different blockchains to integrate into Coinbase. This is one way to kind of standardize the different blockchains to be on Coinbase, period. Not actually, that's the easiest way to say it. And in a recent AMA, we do know that Mitch Liu and the leadership team, they once again did say that this is something that they are working on as well. So they wouldn't work on the Rosetta implementation if they didn't have any plans or any ideas of Theta being listed on Coinbase in the future. That's one thought right there. Another thought is that even though Coinbase is kind of like the gold standard that everyone shoots for, we can see that it's not the same as 2000s or the 2020 or before. When a coin or token was listed on Coinbase, it used to skyrocket in price. Now, as of a couple hours ago, Near Protocol was just listed on Coinbase and it's up a fraction of a percent, not even 1 full percent right now. So it's not that same glory that it was before, where if you were listed on Coinbase, you would automatically, or that coin would shoot up like 20-30% right off of the news of that. And not saying it's bad. I mean, it's positive, which is always good to see, but it's not quite the same. But I will say, however, it might change in the future because of this partnership with BlackRock. So BlackRock is bringing a lot of institutional purchasing power with the upcoming partnership with Coinbase. So even though this Near listing didn't have that same shebang pizzazz as it did before, with these institutional buyers, if they are interested in newly listed coins or tokens, then that could cause these coins to once again start to spike 20, 30, 40% with their listings on Coinbase, depending on institutional demand. So those are just a couple of thoughts right there. And in summary, I just wanted to get you up to speed and up to date on this new post from Coinbase and just let you know what it was all about. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.